Hey everybody, we are going to be breaking down the last song on my album, Infinite Sky, that I co-wrote with Jeff. Here's a sample.
'Cause we got that infinite sky filled with magnificent light, feeling electrified, and any cloud won't bring me down when I've got you by my side. Beneath this infinite sky, infinite sky.
Favorite part.
Sitting still, being so chill.
Okay, so we're going to just tell you a little bit about this song, and at points you're going to get to see the Logic Pro session that has all of the tracks in it, and you're going to learn more about the song than you ever wanted to know, but you're going to be so happy that you knew it.
Yeah.
That you know it. Okay. So, the first thing let's talk about is this is the only song that you and I co-wrote on this album.
That's right.
Yes. So the album has 10 songs on it, and I am a writer on all of them. I co-wrote one with my friend Raquel, three with my friend Heidi, and then this one with you, and then the rest of them I wrote just by myself. Oh no, and Obsessed I wrote with my friends Kevin and Allison. So this one we did different than every other one. As we were recording this album this year, you sort of said, we didn't have all the songs. I didn't have all the songs written. Three or four of the songs were written specifically this year for this project. Yeah.
Right.
And so as I had finished 2, it was like, if we're gonna make it 10 songs, we need one more. And you were like, what if I make you a track, and then you write lyrics to the track? And I'm like, ooh, I've done that once before with our mutual friend Mike Lee. I did this on a Soul Desire project.
Oh, okay, nice.
He had done that, and I was like, that was a really fun challenge, because I normally write songs. A little bit of it comes to my head, and then I'll sit at the piano, and then I'll finish out the lyrics and everything, over a week or a month or whatever.
Right.
But this one, you just wrote the music and then sent it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And what's so fun about that is I would never have written this song.
Totally.
I love it, but this is not the kind of style that just comes out of my head.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's such a fun challenge to be like, oh, okay, so what kind of melody fits this vibe? I loved the chorus when you sent it to me, that sort of what sound is that?
That is
in
a
the chorus?
Great question.
Even if you just solo just that one thing or whatever. But there's in the chorus, there's this really cool lead line that it's like, we've got that infinite sky filled with magnificent light, feeling electrified. So as I was writing the lyrics, I was like, I want to make sure that the melody does not step on that.
Yeah.
So that's why you hear that, because we've got that infinite sky, and it ends on sky, ba 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 ba. So it's like the little lead in the synth carries on the melody of the vocal on there. So I think that's one of the kind of interesting things I did with that. That ended up being sort of like a collaboration between us, whether we knew it or not at the time.
It's like a little music conversation.
Yes, exactly. Which is especially fun because you would text me things, and then I would sing I'm like, here's what I'm thinking for the melody, and I would do a voice memo, and I would text it back to you, and it really was. We wrote this together, but we were not in the same room ever.
Right.
When we wrote it.
No, and I think you had gone to Hawaii when I sent you the track, and you're like, I'm going to listen to it on the plane flight over. And you sent me a couple voice memos from when you were flying of some very early scratch melodies, and one of them you were even doubling that little synth line with a set of lyrics.
Oh, you're right.
Which I think was I think I'm coming back to life again, or it was something weird like that.
I forgot about that. That's so interesting. Yeah. So my whole family, it was my parents' 50th wedding anniversary. Happy 50th, Mom and Dad. And so we had planned for 3 years to go to Hawaii. So a lot of the family went there to celebrate them. And he had just sent me that track. And so it was kind of good timing because as I was listening, I was just spending a lot of time with the 19 of us in my close family. And I was like, I think that's what I want to write this about. I just want to write about just the blue sky and things and life is good and the future is bright and just
it's
like
kind of like a never-ending feeling of happiness. that
right.
you're
It's
trying
just
to
just a fun,
Yeah.
upbeat song, and so literally the first verse I wrote after we took a trip, a day trip to the black sand beaches. And so as we were like coming back to the car, I wasn't even thinking about this song. I was just like packing up all of our stuff, and I'm like, getting tan on the black sand, big band running through the back of my oh, that's kind of fun. I'm like, so like that line just sort of like came to me, and I'm like, oh, I think that's what I want this to be. Okay, wait. And then this is funny too. My nephew Zach, he had been on like a trip to see some volcanoes, and it's a 2-hour drive from where we were, and he was like, we were like, how was the drive to see the volcano? And he was like, it was great, but there were goats everywhere. It was like infinite goats. And so for the whole trip, we were talking about infinite goats. And as he said that, I'm like, that's going to be the title of my album, Infinite Goats. So that was in my mind for like 4 days before like Infinite Sky. Like I had come up with some other lyrics, but I'm like, it's just like trying to find the sweet spot between words that seem like specific and interesting. Like, I'm looking at a blue sky. I'm like, how many, like blue sky? Like everything I came up with was too generic. And so I was like, I think infinite is kind of interesting. So thanks, Zach, for your infinite goats. It turned into this song. Now my favorite thing, so cue up the beginning of this. My favorite thing was actually at that same exact time that I had, I came up with Getting Tan on the Black Sand Big Band. I was about to record it into my voice memo. And I went to hit record, and all of the 10 or 11 of the family, my little nieces, my brother and everybody, were all like walking back to the car. And I go to record a voice memo, but unbeknownst to me, when I think I hit record, I didn't. And when I think I hit stop is when I hit record.
Right.
So I send you an audio, and I couldn't even hear it because the girls are screaming in the car. So I'm like, I'm just going to text Jeff and see what he thinks about this idea. So he texts me back and says something like, I don't know what that was, but I'm using it. And I was like, what is it?
He thought he'd sent me singing. And he's like, I'm thinking about this for a melody, and then sent me that voice memo. And I was like, oh, cool. And then I listened to it, and it's just people talking in the car.
It is my brother Dave putting my nieces in their car seats, and they are screaming, and they're like asking to play Disney's Wish that we rented a DVD. They wanted to play that. I'm like, put Wish on, play Wish. And he's like, he's like, you just have to wait a second. Like, I'm putting you in your car seat. You have to wait a second. We'll turn it on. Anyway, that's what I sent you. Nobody knew. And now it's the sampled line from the beginning of this song that goes like this.
It worked its way in.
Oh, well, you just have to wait a second because we have to turn it on.
So that is my brother Dave telling the nieces to stop screaming, and we'll play Disney in just a moment. So anyway, let's do more music. I've been talking a lot about
No, that's fine.
concepts.
It's fine. Let's check it out here. Let's see. Well, let's just play a little bit of this thing going up into this first verse.
Getting tan on the black sand, big band running through the back of my mind. Wind in my hair and no care, cause I left all my troubles behind. The sun is smiling with his Ray-Bans matching mine. Me and my crew getting into it, and we're having the time of our lives. And I can feel a thrill of
I love this part
excitement.
right here. I want it to be singable. I want people to like, what's that
And all I
woo-woo
see
song?
is endless horizon.
Do it again.
Cause we got that infinite sky.
Okay. Anything?
Cool. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in this, even though I've probably consolidated most of it down. One of my favorite things that's kind of just like hiding inside of this song is this whole entire track of breath noises that's just hiding inside here.
The sun is smiling with his ray.
Woohoo! Me and my crew getting into it, and we're having the time of our life.
Like all of the little sound effects or like reverse breath noises and things.
When you listen to the song with headphones on, you can absolutely
You can
hear
totally
these like
hear that.
someone's breathing into my ear. Like you don't really notice it, but if you are trying to hear it, you will definitely hear it.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just pretty standard pop track. I use this Lexicon PCM 70 reverb that's like an old reverb from the 80s, and I print all of my drums through it. It just kind of adds some like real extra life to it. And you can see like I got some Oliver drum samples in here that are pretty popular right now. Lots of percussion, lots of drum kit stuff.
So when we get to the chorus of this song, I had been singing through it a lot, and I was like, I don't know if this should be in like head voice or like kind of strong or in like big belty chest voice. And so I sang it, and Jeff didn't know either. So like I sang all three, and I was like, I don't know. So what ended up in the final song is chorus 1 is, 'cause we got that infinite sky. And it's like
Real
high
floaty.
and kind of floaty the first time that it's just like light. And then when you get to the second chorus, it's a little more mixed. Infinite sky. And then the last chorus, sky, is like just super big, where it's
Super
like
shouty.
it's even more infinite than it was in the past. So that's kind of fun.
Another little trick that's going on right here is the little delay spins and the little reverbs at the ends of each of these phrases right here. What I like to do is just go ahead and chop the lead vocal. Like, so I'll just chop it right here before the word, and then I'll fly these same things up to different channels.
Wait, what is that? Play
So it sounds like, let's see, let me just solo these guys.
Yeah.
Is endless horizon.
Oh. So that's like kind of like extra delay there?
Yeah, so I go through on most of the songs that I do. I'll pick like certain words to like do like little like reverbs or little delays on. And so like this, because you're talking about the horizon, I kind of wanted it to last a little extra long.
Endless horizon.
Yeah, so I did a delay and a reverb just on the word horizon, just to kind of make it seem like it stretched on longer than how you performed it.
That's cool.
And same thing with like the infinite sky, light, like
Can you
all
play?
of these
Yeah,
words.
play
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Got that infinite sky filled with magnificent light. Feeling electrified. And then
So it's like you're only shouting that one word into the room, and then the rest of it gets to stay dry.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of a fun little trick, but I'm doing that all over the place in this song with like
wow.
different places where you can see like, oh, there's the delay and the reverb happening together.
And sometimes you have two, and sometimes you
I
have
just
three
have
things.
one,
Yeah.
and yeah, exactly. And then this the other thing that's atypical of this song versus everything else you did was you came to me in a fever dream saying, what if this song had kind of like a rap section?
Well, okay, here's what's funny is, so I wrote the first, I wrote the chorus and the first verse, and just that one line of the verse, just the one line of the verse. And then I was like, we needed to record the week that I got back from Hawaii. And so I was like, I think I just need to try to write this whole song on the plane on the way back. So like on the 5-hour plane ride, I just had headphones on and I wrote 50% of this song. And so part of it, because I wasn't singing, I was just having to imagine everything in my head. I was just like sometimes just writing out rhyming words. And I was like, what if, so here's my innocent, magnificent, like I was just writing, I'm like, I don't know if this will work or not. And I feel really self-conscious, but that's what I asked you.
Yeah. And I was like, let's give it a shot. I think it'll work. Especially in a song like this, it's kind of like supposed to be like hype, party, fun kind of thing. Like I was like, let's get a different side. Like you're already in like a space that's like slightly beyond your comfort zone. Let's just like push it to the limit and see what happens. And if it doesn't turn out cool, then we can sing something. We can do something different.
Yeah.
It can be whatever you want it to be. But I was like really, really happy with the way that kind of turned out. And I'll play that section really quick for you. And then I want to talk about, I'm going to mute them first so we don't get caught up in it. But I also want to talk about the scat vocal thing that we kind of did too.
Yeah, that was fun.
Which is really fun.
Uh-huh.
But here's your little party rap song.
So here's my innocent predicament, to be an articulate participant that shares this infinite magnificence. So now let's implement our instruments. Ha! Here we go. It's simple but intricate, legitimately limitless, majestic yet intimate. Can't help that I'm so into this. It's simple.
I knew I was gonna like this. Because it's like
Yeah, and it feels a little bit more like in a safe zone.
Yeah.
But I think that having like the little like party leader kind of like come in with some of this stuff, and then I added underneath you too in these spots. I think this is a low octave.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering what that was.
I added a little low octave on every other phrase.
So here's my innocent predicament, to be an articulate participant
Oh, that's cool.
that shares this infinite magnificence. So now let's implement our instruments. Ha! Here we go.
That when it's all like mixed together, you don't hear that specifically.
It's kind of more of a
It
felt
just-
thing.
Yeah, it gives it that extra little bit of energy. That's so interesting. Now, I will tell you, I don't think I could have done this had I been recording with somebody else other than like a good friend, because like I was out of my comfort zone. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna look like and sound like the biggest idiot. But like the only way you can really do it and find out is kind of to go for it. Like if you don't actually go for it, then you are absolutely gonna sound stupid. And you guys all might be listening to it, and be like, you do sound stupid. That's okay. I know there is still a chance that I do. But I can tell you, it would have been way worse if I didn't just like go for it. And doing this with you gave me the just the freedom to be able to do it.
Well, and two, I think it's important to think about this stuff like you're a character too, because it's not just Aaron the singer or Aaron the songwriter. It's Aaron the performer. And you know what it's like to be in character from like being on stage so many times and being in church situations where you're up in front of people and you have to like carry like the burden of like bringing people along with you for a journey.
Yeah.
And so I think so much of this stuff, like in addition to being vulnerable, you have to take risks. You have to be willing to make a fool out of yourself. And
I'm not afraid to make a fool of myself.
yes, that we have that actually as an ad lib somewhere.
I think it was maybe at the end of this song.
It might be.
Anyway,
it might be.
sorry.
I don't know. We'll find it.
Inside joke. Sorry.
I think it's like super important to like just be willing to take risks and own them fully. Be fully capable of making a fool out of yourself, because that's where the magic happens for a lot of artists.
And so you got me to do the little tiniest bit of rapping on this, and then I decided, you know what? I nailed it so good, I'm gonna write a full-on rap for Silver Lining.
Yeah, which there's a rap on another song now too, and it works. One of the things that I kind of randomly suggested for the song after we were kind of moving through some of the writing on it was, what if there was like a weird little like, instead of doing like a horn section, what if we sang like we were a horn section?
I love this.
And so I'm gonna get it to you once in context, and then I'll play it solo. So yeah, let's solo these guys. It was really, really fun.
That's my favorite part, is that it sounds like the parts are the same every time, but there's like the lowest part. Like, if you just listen just a little bit, you're gonna hear that tiny little alteration.
Tiny little shift in the harmonies.
Yeah.
And there was a thing that Prince always used to do where he'd like, get to the middle of a song and then he'd just kind of like riff some like vocal horn stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, like it'd be really fun to kind of incorporate some of that in there, especially since we kind of went in a little Princey, Bruno Mars-y kind of territory with this rap and then this breakdown afterwards with like the long, the jungle love synths and, all the Morris Day and Prince stuff from 1984 era of their music and everything. So it was just kind of fun to just bring some, bring some fun character, into this space. I think we do actually have some
You
horns.
do end up duplicating that in the last chorus. The actual
horns
play that along with. Yes, and we were like, okay, you need to scat. I'm like, okay, what? Well, doobity doop doo doo doo, doobity doop doo doo. So I was like, I don't know what syllables to sing. So I'm like, anyway.
I was like, do it like this.
Yes. Okay, let's go to the end of the bridge.
Yeah.
So the bridge, let's see, that has the like, because we extended it is what I'm going to.
Yeah, okay.
When he sent me the track, I knew we were going to come back to and all I see is and like it was what are the words there? And all I see is endless horizon, because we got that infinite sky, and it was just going to go straight into the chorus. But in the studio, we were like, wait, what? I don't know who. I think it was just both.
Like
I had this idea, but then you told me
Yeah.
before I had a chance to tell you, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was feeling the same thing. Like, what if we extend that and add some background vocals so that the background vocals are. Can you play maybe the background vocals, because they do like the earlier in the song the background vocals are much simpler than they are, and then here they kind of do oh, and they don't do that earlier, and then it ends up going into anyway. Let's see if we can. Woohoo! Woohoo! Yeah, so those last 3 bars were not in there, and we just decided, what if we just do that? So Jeff just really quickly in the studio just like duplicated those bars, and it wasn't right, but it was enough to just like sing
it held the right amount of space.
Right, and then he came back and he fixed the track so that it sounded good later, just so that I could sing those things, and then we did all those ad-libs. Can you feel it? And that once again was, Aaron, just sing some ad-libs. And so then I did, and then you spliced them all together to almost make it sound like I was calling and responding to myself.
Yeah.
I was like,
it was kind of great.
This is perfect for my split personality. And this
I see is endless horizon. Can you see it? I can see it. Can you see it? 'Cause we got that infinite sky. Filled with magnificent light. Feeling electrified.
When we get to the next chorus, I love the gang vocal section that we got that infinite.
Oh yeah.
Filled with magnificent. It kind of like in the bridge section where we go, it's simple, I can't even think, and legitimately limitless. It's like
Simple but intricate, legitimately limitless, majestic yet intimate.
Is that all
Can't
me?
help that I'm so into this. It's simple but intricate, legitimately limitless, majestic yet intimate. Can't help that I'm so into this.
okay.
Yeah,
So
that's just all you.
That's all I thought he might have ended up recording more, but
No.
So in the studio, I think I sang it 12 to 20 times. Each time a different distance from the microphone, so that it would sound like a little bit farther away. And then I literally I would be like, it's simple and intricate, and then I legitimately limitless, and I would try to like add different depths and textures to my voice so that they would all like half of them would sound totally ridiculous by themselves, but knowing that they were going to all add on top of each other to sort of try to make it sound like a big group of guys singing this thing without having to like bring in a whole bunch of people to the studio. And I think you did a great job of mixing that together to make it sound like that. It sounds like way more than just me.
Well, it's also really easy to work with somebody who's like rhythmically consistent, you know, and you do that thing so well of just like being able to deliver the same placement, the same energy on such like a consistent thing. Like, you know, it was great. Like when we were doing like doubles and triples of things, I'm just like, okay, double. Oh my God, that was so great. Let's do a triple. Oh my God. Okay, let's move on. You know, it was just like, it's just so boom, boom, boom. Just because you're like, once you're locked in to like how you're delivering, you can duplicate it. Yeah. You know, it's a rare thing to find in a lot of today's singers, at least.
I literally do see the music on the staff. So like after I make a choice, I'm like, oh, I'm cutting that off on the 4E and so I see the little 16th rest there, and so then when I'm singing a harmony, I'm like, boop, and I just cut it off.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's great.
A weird thing. Anyway,
More
so I
people
love
need to
that we
that.
do that same sound at the end of the song.
Mm-hmm.
If we can skip to that, because like it's in the very last chorus. We got that infinite sky.
We got that infinite.
Filled with magnificent light.
Filled with magnificent.
Oh, hey, look at that. Bad editing, Jeff. Bad editing, Jeff.
There's so much going on there that you
There's-
can't tell.
Yeah, sorry about that. After I just got done complimenting you how good you are and consistent.
Beneath this infinite sky.
And that is the last song from the album. I know that it is kind of like the most different than all of them. And so Jeff was like, let's put it as let's like send people out listening to the record with just like a lot of energy.
Yeah.
The sky is infinite. Life is great. And I'm going to listen to it again.
And who doesn't like a robot voice saying words like infinite?
So if you want to listen to it again, go and listen to it now. Tell all your friends. Support independent music.
Yes.
Yeah. So hope that you enjoyed this breakdown, that you enjoyed this song, and that you enjoy the whole album, Traveling Light.